Yo, what it do? Hey, we know you just saw that fresh new intro. Wasn't that shit sick? Well, we couldn't agree more, guys.
Right, we just collaborated with our boy Omar at Sun City Vibes to help create an intro that would take our podcast to the next level. Do you need help with your video editing and content creation to help elevate your business to the next level? Well, Sun City Vibes has you covered without a doubt.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Whether it's a logo reveal, a music video, drone footage, or even t-shirt printing, guys, hit up Sun City Vibes for quality work and affordable price. Shit, Omar even made us a sick-ass hat. Look at this.
It's a fresh-ass hat.
Fresh.
Shit's fresh.
Fresh.
So yeah, guys, go help support those that support us and hit up our boy Omar and tell him Chris and Misa sent you from the podcast and help support a local El Paso business today. Let's go. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. As always, in case you couldn't fucking tell, Misa's here, back for another episode. Say what's up to the podcast, man.
Yo, what it do?
Today, guys, in the producer chair is our boy Joe Memes. He is back. Say what's up to the podcast, Joe.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Hey, we're doing good. Give him a triple horn, dude. He deserves it. He looks good. He's got that fake chain on.
He looked like he showered for
You know
sure.
what I mean? He's got that polo black. Sheen. Big old sheen.
Look at that. That
What's
chain?
the quote-unquote fake chain? Fuck out here.
All right, guys. From episode number 106, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, we have a very special guest. He is an actor, producer, entrepreneur. His name is Mr. Frank Powers. Say what's up to the podcast, man.
What's up?
His name is Frank.
Say his name? Frank Powers. Dude, you have a very aggressive name.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But it's nice, man. So thank you for being here today. Number one, thank you for spending time with us. We had an interesting story. He came with, is that what, your girlfriend, your wife?
My wife.
We didn't have coffee ready, so we had to make some coffee.
No. And Chris didn't know how to make some coffee.
I don't know how to make coffee, guys.
Bro, holy shit.
He was just like, you sure you don't want a Bud Light? Yeah. All I have.
No, you know what the funny thing is like he's out there walking around pretending like he was like looking for shit. Like he's like, and then he just stops and he's like, hey, Misa, can you go make a
Misa, can you make some fucking coffee, please?
Jesus. He even had to call his wife to see, like, do we have any sugar?
Yeah, dude, I didn't know where everything
But
was.
I bet if I tell him, hey, go make a Bud Light, bro, this guy will brew that shit up like that. Like that.
Yeah, I was trying to convince her. I'm like, they're the tall ones. Like, they're really cold.
They're ice
You know what I
cold.
mean? So, hey. But yeah, guys, so episode 106, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Mr. Powers, tell a little bit about, tell the audience a little bit about yourself, man. We'll get into how you met Misa right now. You have a fascinating story, so tell us a little bit about that.
So it all started back in the old country. Yeah, I think what is probably interesting is we do film, like we do a lot of film and video production, stuff like that.
Yeah, dude.
So
I was like, you were so energetic outside.
Everyone's like, you suck, bro. Get off this show.
It's like, all right, guys, well, that's it.
That's it, guys.
All right, guys,
Episode
episode 107 next.
So it all started in my mom's womb. It was dark.
So from what I was reading, I mean, you wanted to like, film and you got all into it at a very young age, right?
Right. Yeah. So I don't honestly know what got me into film. Probably like the '80s movies, right? Like watching the '80s movies, seeing like a lot of those movies were
Like that RoboCop movies.
No, like the kid,
okay.
Goonies and
I see.
shit like where you see
Like the
kids
kid
acting.
actors?
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, I want to do that, But I was like I tell everybody, right? I was basically lower middle class. So I didn't have the opportunity because back then there was no internet, right? So you couldn't like audition online or you couldn't find jobs online. Like to get cast or audition, you go to New York City or you go to LA.
Damn.
Right? I couldn't go to the fucking grocery store. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so like I didn't have that opportunity. So what I did is one of my buddies, his dad had a VHS camera and we're like, fuck it, we'll make our own movies, So we just
At what age was this?
11. I was 11.
Like 11 years old? Do you remember what was like the first movie you guys filmed?
It was a horror film.
Horror film.
Yeah, I guess because like Chucky was out.
Oh,
hell yeah.
shit.
Do you remember My Pet Monster?
Yeah.
So we used that thing. It became possessed, and like killed us all off in the house.
That's pretty dope.
That's a pretty good.
See, that's what I like about these like old school movies. Is like nobody survives.
Yeah. Well, we all died. No,
Yeah, it was pretty dark for your first movie, man.
but like, I mean, I don't think anything changed. It's all the same shit. But like I did that, and then I started doing like, I just got more interested in film and wanted to do film, and you know, you probably read like the little bio, right? Like, so I moved from New York to Florida. I went to high school in Florida, and then I didn't have the opportunity to pursue a career in film or anything like that. So I just went in the military. Right, you got to pay your bills.
Right. Let's go into the fucking army and shit.
So like in high school, you never joined like theater or anything like that?
Yeah, so I did. Yeah, like we did one play. You know, I don't know how y'all's high schools were. But
yeah,
like,
that's true. They're not really like
basically we just prepared
for one
play,
performance. Yeah, that's true.
And they're just like, oh, that really pretty girl, she's the lead, and all you fucks just stand around.
You guys are the hey, you guys are the fucking trees.
You're the trees.
Exactly.
Okay, so you grew up in Harnell, New York. Hornell, and I saw that it was like what outside of Buffalo, Rochester, that area.
Yeah, below. Yeah.
What was that like growing up over there?
Amazing.
Yeah,
Was it cold?
Yeah.
A lot of snow.
Yeah, dude, a fuckload of snow. Dude.
Yeah, like 3 feet of snow.
Jesus.
Damn, bro, we died. That
Some
shit
bomb ass
happened here.
buffalo wings. Or what?
Yeah. Pizza.
Pizza.
No, yeah. So also, like going into my town. So right now the town is about 8,000 people, right? But when I was growing up, it's about 14,000 people, which is still like tiny.
Yeah.
Right? Tiny town. But it got smaller because they had like contracts and stuff for like industry stuff that they had there, and then all that went away. So now it's just like whoever.
It's just whoever's left over.
Yeah. So then when you drive into my town, like coming from, it's called North Hornell, right? To Hornell. Like you drive into the town and the sign says home of Bill Pullman.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Bill
wow.
Pullman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he also went to my high school, like same school. And
The most famous guy from your town?
yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
The only famous
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
that I know of.
And you said eventually you guys moved to Florida? Like you and your family?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was in 10th grade. Like
What part of Florida did you guys go to?
Central Florida.
Central Florida?
Outside of Orlando.
Okay, nice. And then you said like there that you didn't have much opportunity to pursue like acting, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean,
at the
like I
same
said,
time,
at
you're
that
already
time-
becoming an adult and you have to start paying bills.
Yeah, you
and
got to
shit.
do shit, right? And when I was 18, I was on my own. Like, I guess there's difference in cultures, right? There's difference in cultures. Like, my wife tells me our son can live with us till he's 40.
Forever and shit.
Yeah, I was like,
So my
the
wife is
fuck?
saying too,
I was
yeah.
like, the fuck? Like, 18.
Hurry up, you're out.
You know
I told my wife, hey, 12 years old, they're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, huh? Because the Mexican culture is very much like, yeah, you can live here forever, just like cover the light
Pretty
bill
much
or
for you,
whatever.
it was like at 18.
With
bam.
kids and shit.
Right, with the whole family and shit in one room and shit. So yeah, like Misa was saying, at 18, it was like, all right, you're out.
Yeah,
and
I
even
was basically out. Yeah.
even then, you were probably already mentally like ready to be like
Right. Yeah.
on your own.
I know when I
you know?
graduated high school, that's like you move on, right? Like, you got to start doing shit. So like at that time, right when I graduated, though, I just like hung out with my friends, right?
Right.
Like, we have this really cool clique, like in my neighborhood. So it's like a weird situation, right? Where I went to high school. My high school is called Mount Dora, right? Mount Dora High, and it's about 40 minutes from my house.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like here to cruises,
We
bro.
had to get bused like to school every day, right? And that area was like poor black and rich white because it's a lake, right? And then there's like projects next to the school. So like all the rich families and everything live on lakefront property, you know, like around the lake. So like all the rich kids go there, and then all the poor black
From the
community,
projects.
From the projects.
went there. And then we were the poor white kids that got bused to the school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it was like a weird situation. But then all my friends, because, you know, when you grow up with adversity or you grow up with struggle or whatever, right? You bond.
Right, yeah.
Like we have a
You're all the same,
We have
yeah.
a commonality,
Yeah,
right? Like we just bonded. And then we're still friends. Like we text every day, our little group of friends.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
We have a group text and we text every day.
Damn.
Like we still text.
That's what I call a gang right
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was gonna say.
Gang.
That's crazy, right?
The way he referenced it at first was he's like, we have a clique. It's like, yeah, that's.
You sure it's not a gang?
That's a gang, dude.
Yeah.
Click is another word for gang.
Yeah, so where we lived was called Oak Springs, right? Which is a trailer park, right? Which
Sounds
is,
fancy though.
Yeah, it did sound
It does.
fancy, right? So what they would call us is the Oak Springs boys.
So
we-
Oaks.
Yeah. So we had just met in Tampa. One of my friends moved to Tampa. The other one lives in Orlando, and the other one's a Boston firefighter now. He lives in Boston. He was also in the military.
And you guys all still keep in touch and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
I told you we text every day. They
When's the
text
last
me
time
every
you
day.
saw any of them?
So we just went in August
Damn.
or July.
I don't know. I wasn't there, bro.
Yeah, you weren't there.
No, dude. I was on Grindr the whole time.
So Grindr. So oh, you didn't see my location?
It's his favorite app.
Following them.
Yeah. So I just went there in July. I think it was July, right? Yeah, it was July. So we just went there in July and we all met up, and it was one of my friends' birthdays. Also, my birthday's in July, and another one of the guys.
All right,
That's
cool.
so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So like we went and we met up there, and leaving here, I don't know if you guys remember, we were having storms or something.
Yeah, in July.
Like, yeah,
or
some
in June. End of
It
June.
was like
early
the
July.
monsoon
Yeah.
season, yeah.
Yeah. So like our flight got delayed, and then it got canceled, and then it was the next day, and we were only going for the weekend. So we
so
were
you
leaving.
lost a day.
Yeah, well, we were leaving Thursday. Everyone was showing up on Friday. So
You showed up at the time.
yeah, we
Sit
showed
down.
up. But they all showed up like in the morning, and then we showed up in the afternoon,
Hey.
and they were already there. And we flew into Orlando and had to drive to Tampa.
Oh,
and
shit.
They all flew to Tampa. So like when they got there, like my friend's wife told him, the one from Boston, hey, we're gonna go to Florida for vacation for your birthday, but don't tell your friends because I don't want them all showing up. Like,
Oh, God.
I want it to be us, right? And then she texted all of us, show the fuck up at this place. At this time.
Oh shit! Surprise,
So then
motherfucker.
he was all on the DL, right? Like
Right.
keeping secrets and shit. Like, oh, I'm not telling anyone I'm going to Florida, you know? And then we're all texting him like, so what are you guys doing for the summer? And, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm just going to be working and shit.
Line sack of shit.
Yeah, so no, but anyway, we all showed up, and then I ended up showing up late, and then they were like, oh, he lives in Texas, you know, it's really far. Like, he lives all the way, not even in Texas. Like, he lives in El Paso.
He lives in Mexico.
Yeah.
He's pretty much right there in Mexico.
Yeah, so it's really far, and he couldn't make it or whatever. So then I was driving there, and they were texting me, hey, go pick up a pizza and fucking knock on the door and deliver a pizza,
Hey.
you know, like whatever.
Yeah.
And then I guess I didn't respond quick enough, and they were hungry. So like they ordered a pizza. So then I saw it, and I was like, yeah, I'll go get the pizza. And they're like, nah, we already fucking got it. Like,
We already ate.
we already
We already got back home.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just show up. So we just knocked on the door, and like he tripped out, you know, like, oh shit. And then we were all there. So.
That's pretty dope.
Oh, shit.
That's dope.
He's like, you got the goods.
Yeah, it's cool that you've maintained friends with those people from high school. Like,
Those are lifelong
yeah,
friends.
lifelong friends.
Yeah. Well, basically brothers, right? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
We're
that's
family,
crazy.
so.
Especially like because like we've all known each other since like middle school, since elementary school. So it's kind of cool like to have that
Yeah,
camaraderie with people. So then, what made the military like attractive offer? Like, why didn't you just go to like university? Why didn't you pursue something else?
Why
What
didn't
was
you
it?
sell drugs at least?
Right? Why didn't you start trapping, dude?
So
You're in
so
Florida, dude. They do that there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I should have just made music, right? I'm an island boy.
Bro, if he knows about that, that's how you know they're fucking trending, dude.
Oh, they're trending.
Dude, I fucking hate
island
that shit is so
boy.
annoying.
Joe looks like a.
Dude, you know what's crazy is like that song is like actually on like Apple Music.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
You listen to it, huh?
No, I'm just like, why?
How do you know?
made an EP
How do you
of it?
know it's on?
Because I've like you've seen people
looked at
posting
us.
well,
That's his
like
background music.
no, dude, trust me, no.
He's at
wait-
work.
that's his-
Island boy.
That's his alarm in the mornings.
Dude, then was like, shut the hell up.
I don't know if you saw they were at like Club Live in Miami. Those guys
And they just boot 'em?
They got booed off the stage there, which is a pretty big deal
Well,
because
they suck.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
they're fucking terrible. But I was like glad, like
That's
thank
like,
you.
oh, I played the Viper Room,
Hey.
and they fucking pulled the plug on my shit.
Yeah. hey, Misa, who's better, the Island Boys or Flight?
Oh, that's a hard one,
Dude, that's
bro.
not even fucking. That's not
That's
even
a
close,
hard
dude.
one.
Flight all day, anyways.
Flight.
But yeah, dude. So what about it? What about the military like attracted you? to join the services?
Yeah, so I guess it was just because like my father was in the military, so I like in the army.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
like, I
your
kinda-
dad was a
familiar
Vietnam
with
veteran,
you.
You're an
right?
army
I
brat.
was like familiar with it, and then I was actually gonna go in the Air Force because he was telling me go in the Air Force, don't go in the
He's
army.
like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like go in the Air Force, don't go in the army or whatever. So I went down and took the test for the Air Force.
The ASVAB.
Yeah, for the Air Force.
Yeah, that's
And
the
then-
hardest
and
one
then
to
he
take.
told
Yeah,
me,
it
he
is.
told me all you have to do is make sure they guarantee your job, right? And then you're set. Like they guarantee this job, you want to do that job, you're set, right? So I was like, all right, cool. So I go down there with the Air Force recruiter. My buddy's with the Army recruiter, right?
Yeah.
And the Army recruiter's like, man, fuck you. Because we played basketball. Like, we played basketball. You know, he tried to
Yeah,
get,
yeah,
try
yeah.
to
They,
get you
they
and
hang
shit.
out with
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
you know, after they go meet your parents and shit.
Yeah, all stupid.
They do that shit, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So then we were there, and I said, hey, so can you guarantee me a job? And they're like, nah, we don't do that. And I was like, what do you mean you don't do that? Like, I'm gonna sign a contract, right? I need
Right,
to
I'm
know
giving my
what I'm
life
gonna
for you
do
guys,
or
yeah.
whatever. And he goes, hey, you want a job guarantee? Because the Air Force don't give a shit
Yeah.
if you don't go in, right? So he's like, hey, you want a guaranteed job? Go talk to the Army recruiter.
No.
So I was like, kind of dick, you know. I was like, all right, motherfucker, I will.
I will.
So fuck you.
He's not throwing gang
I was,
signs?
like, I was just like, hey, I just cussed this dude out, so he's not gonna let me in.
Right.
So
And
what do you
He's
guys
like,
got?
he's like, Old Springs, what's up?
in Joe's words, when he said go talk to this guy, he was like, big old bet.
Big old bet. I bet.
So,
Yeah, dude. Well, because if you think about it, the Air Force isn't really struggling for people like the Army is. The Army is
they
like,
don't
yo,
care.
we'll
like,
take
sir, you're-
anybody, bro.
they're
Just
like,
get in
the
here.
Air Force like, sir, you wouldn't even pass the test.
Yeah.
And the armies are like, I will take you and your dog. Let's go.
You got any friends?
Oh, yeah.
That's the first thing they probably ask.
And then they told us, right? So my friend was like, oh yeah, and then that recruiter's like, oh, I'll hook you up, bro, I'll hook you up, right? So I was like, all right, cool, whatever, you know, like I just need a job because I don't want to sleep on the fucking street. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
So then he's like, all right, so this is what we got, whatever. And then my dad also told me, like, hey, try to take a really long school because it's more beneficial to you. You know what I
In
mean?
the long run.
What
Yeah.
was your MOS?
So I came in satellite communications, which was a 9-month school. So.
Fucking Joe MOS, like he knows what the fuck
Right.
he's doing.
So
Did you join the Army or
Hey,
what?
I already, you already know how I feel about
Joe,
that.
what does MOS stand for?
I don't know. I know it's your job. I have a lot of family in the.
No, I know. I'm sure you
Joe.
do. But the
Hey,
way
he
he says
understood me.
that so
He understood
confidently.
me.
Yes, I know. But the way you say it, like if you've been like involved with the Army.
Oh,
or
no.
something.
Joe's all like, hey, what's your MOS, sir?
You already know how I feel about
He's
the
like,
military.
he's like, what's your rank? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He starts questioning him and shit. Okay, so anyways, go into this a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like,
So what happened is he told me, yeah, I'll hook you up, whatever, right? So I was like, yeah, I want this school. Like, I mean, if you score high enough, right, you qualify for everything in the
Right.
Army, which is like 110 jobs, which
Yeah.
is all bullshit, right? So I was like, yeah, I'll take this one. You know, like this is 9 months of school, you know. So he's like, yeah, and he goes, and then you can do the buddy program with your buddy. And I was like, all right, cool. So we go to basic together or whatever, you know.
Do the whole buddy system shit.
Yeah, bullshit. There's no such
Yeah.
thing as a buddy system shit, right? We left the airport. He went one way. I went the other. so he went to Fort Knox, and I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Like that's the last time I saw this kid. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a lie, right? Like,
Yeah.
He's like, what did I just get myself into?
yeah.
So
And
the
then-
Marines would tell me too. Because
Yeah.
I tried signing up for the Marines one time, and my buddy was the one that signed up, Junior. And he's
Shout
all
out
like,
Ilva
hey.
Nova.
Yeah, and he's all like, hey man, you guys could do a buddy system, man, and you guys would be together. You guys would even bunk beds, and you know. And I was like, oh shit, all right, and you know, and then we ended up getting another recruiter, Sergeant Avila. I still remember his name. And this guy was the most straight up guy ever, and he's like, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, man, y'all ain't gonna be fucking holding hands and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
you know, like. You want to shoot some guns? You want to go and fucking kill some people? You're going to be a Marine. We're like, oh, shit, bro. This is for real. You know, my buddy's like, hell yeah, bro. Let's do it. And I was like, I don't want to kill no one.
He's like, nah, Navy.
I was like, nah,
Navy.
bro, dude. Air Force, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, go for
He's
it
like the
then.
reserves.
Air Force probably the better
Yeah.
option.
Dude, their bases are all nice. Their boot camps
Yeah.
all like,
They have
let's
money.
take this test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's money. Yeah.
yeah, dude, that's wild.
Yeah.
So you were stationed in Missouri, and then after that, where's the first place overseas that you went?
Overseas?
Yeah,
Korea.
Nice.
South Korea, right? Not North Korea.
Yeah. South
Okay.
Korea.
Yeah, and then that's kind of like you started like actually picking up your acting career there, right?
Well, actually, I went to the Middle East first.
Okay,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but
Iraq
then-
or where?
I went to Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, but that was before the.
Going to Korea.
No, that was before like the Iraq shit.
Oh shit.
happened. Yeah,
So what time? Like what year is this?
1997.
In 97. Okay, damn.
Yeah,
So you were out there during what wasn't it like the Desert Storm shit?
it was Desert Falcon. Like when I
Desert
was
Falcon,
there.
right.
Yeah, they all have different little campaigns, have different
Right.
names.
Right. Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy.
So how was that? The most boring shit you did, or what? Like,
Oh, it's cool, super cool, bro. Like I did some shit that other people never did. Like, don't court martial me, right? Like, because I mean, we're in a foreign country, right?
Right.
And they have rules. Like they had such strict rules because they're Muslim.
Right.
Like, you have to wear button shirts out. Like you can't just go out in a t-shirt or whatever, right? Like they had all these rules and restrictions. And I went to the desert, right? I switched. I changed my
Allegedly.
MOS.
Yeah, there you go.
So I changed my MOS. Right?
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So to get promoted, right? Because it's easier to get promoted in a different MOS, and then security clearances and shit, right? Because
Oh,
I'm from
shit.
lower middle class.
Yeah.
Oak Springs, babe.
Yeah. So anyway, I changed my MOS. I was a mechanic, and I did a identifier, which is Hotel 8, right? Which,
Yeah, for sure.
Joe, you know that?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I know what he's talking about.
Fuck up,
recovery,
Joe. God damn it.
recovery specialist, right?
All right.
So when we were there, we would say, "Hey, we got to go pick up this broke down vehicle," and then we'd go out to the desert and like ride 4-wheelers in the desert,
Oh,
which
shit.
other people didn't do, right? And then we'd say, "Hey, we got to go pick up this." I tried to get in a carnival one time, but they wouldn't let. They only let families. So like I was like, "Hey, let's go get these girls from the base and fucking go." and they wouldn't let us in.
Pretend,
But they
yeah.
wouldn't let us in. But
well, I mean, was it anything like dangerous?
oh
at
yeah,
some point?
dude, of course.
Yeah, like I didn't know
what do you
that.
mean?
I was a kid. Like I
Right.
didn't. I was just doing dumb shit.
Right.
And then I went to. This is one kind of dangerous thing, right? So then we went on a recovery mission, right?
Another one.
And we went to the Gulf, and we rode jet skis.
Oh,
in the Gulf, which not a lot of people can say they did that, right?
Yeah.
So I went there
It's
and
like
I did.
special forces kind of shit.
Yeah. So I went there and I did that, and there was looks like we were racing on them, and we're like, "Hey, see that milk jug way out there? Like, go out to the milk jug, go around and come back." And we were like fucking flying, hauling ass, right, on these things. And I turn around and it stalled, and I turned and I stopped, and there's like milk jugs every like 3 feet, right? They were man of wars. So if I would have fell off,
Damn.
so if I would have
been
fell,
poof.
I would have been like stung the shit out of probably. If we got back to the base, obviously in trouble, right?
Right.
Like you're not supposed to be in the water, like go near the water. So we did that, and I was like, "Oh shit, let's get out of the water!" Like let's get out of here. So we got out of the water, and shit. And then when we were doing the 4-wheelers at night, and they have like they're really shitty, right? So we're driving, they had a headlight on them, and the headlights were loose.
So they were
So
just
when
like,
and they're bouncing like this, and you can't see like where the dunes are like cutting in, and it's just black. And then we're going, and then I just dropped off like a cliff, and I went like 30 feet, right?
Damn.
And I slammed down on the thing, and like kind of hurt my back, right? And I was like, my foot went off the peg, and you know how you scrape your shin and shit. So I stopped, and I see all these lights coming.
All the rest of the guys.
that are with me.
you're like, fuck.
And I was like, stop. They fucking drive off.
We got your back, bro.
No issue.
Army strong.
They drive off, come flying down the hill, and they're like, oh, that was badass. Let's do it again. And I was like,
No.
man, I just got fucked up. Going out that shit. So we did that. I did that.
So how many years did you serve?
Total, I did 20 years, 8 months.
Wow.
That was like a career.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service, man, for sure.
Round of applause. Hell yeah, dude. That is crazy.
I wouldn't
dude.
want anybody else to be driving those jet skis,
That's crazy, right?
but our boy.
Or fucking driving ATVs in the middle of the desert
Off
in
a cliff.
Kuwait in the middle of the night, falling off a fucking cliff.
Yeah, that
dude.
was in Saudi.
Damn, dude, that's
River.
fucking crazy, dude. So then, yeah, you eventually you fucking made it to South Korea. What was that like? Obviously, that's like a huge fucking like culture shock over there, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, well, you spend most of the time on base when you're over there.
No.
No,
No, so like Korea, like a lot of people didn't like Korea, right? Because Korea's a 1 year on a company tour or 2 year at a company tour. So like you bring your family, you got to stay 2 years.
oh shit.
And a lot of people don't want to go to Korea, right? So when I went, like, honestly, I really like Korea, right? So like it's kind of like Juarez.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like I was here first, so it wasn't like that much of a like as it should have been.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I came in, I was 19, I think, or 20 when I got to El Paso.
Or Bliss.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Fort Bliss.
okay, so you came here before you actually went over there,
Yeah,
right?
this was my first duty station.
Fort Bliss?
El Paso.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I did a lot of school
Yeah.
and a lot of training. Like
Different
I did
places.
airborne school and everything before I came here. So I was in the military a year
Right.
before I got to El Paso, which was my first duty assignment.
Wow.
So when you get here, like how crazy was that? Like were you like shocked about what El Paso was? Obviously you've
like,
never
this is
been
America?
here before.
That's what was a little bit-
Yeah. So let me see what I thought. So like when I first got here, like obviously everybody probably says this, right? Like the mountains are crazy as shit.
yeah.
Like now they don't to me.
Right. Get
But
used
when
to
I
them.
got here, because
what
I
the
came
fuck?
from upstate New York,
Like, what the
and
fuck is that?
Yeah.
trees and rivers and all kind of shit.
No
and then I
trees
came here,
here.
it's just like rocks, you know,
Yeah.
like big ass rocks just sticking out of the ground. And I was like, oh, that's super weird. And for a while, it looked weird to me, and I remember that. But now it's like,
And you realize that the only people with money had
Now
trees.
he lives on the mountain.
yeah, now we live.
yeah.
So no, but yeah, it was just weird, you know, like it was odd to me. And then the culture shock, I don't think so much because, like I said, my dad was in the military, and when we lived in Germany when I was like
Deutschland.
first to third grade, yep,
Drinking beer in the mornings and shit.
Yep.
Before school.
at Beer Fest. At
Yeah.
7.
Beer Fest.
3
Yeah.
years old, sipping.
Yeah.
That's Chris.
Let's
So yeah. So then after that, he was at Fort Hood. So we came to Texas, right?
Right.
And then we went back to New York and then Florida. And then after that, like, so there was like a Latino community, obviously in Florida, right?
Right. Yeah.
So like, it's like to me, it wasn't
Right. It wasn't
much
like
of
a
a culture.
that
And
foreign.
then at that time, like, I was super into Selma Hayek, and then
Hey.
every
He's
girl,
Nice.
every girl here looked like Selma Hayek. You know?
He's like, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Frank shut up and he's like, I've seen these people before.
He just sees any Mexican girl and just calls her Selma.
He's Salma.
And he married one.
He was about it. He's about it.
He is.
He's like, I love me some Latina spice.
Yeah. You know how we've talked about how like military guys will get here and then they'll fall in love with a Mexican woman and change your life? Like,
Yeah.
here we are, Mr.
Yeah,
Powers. This is your story in a nutshell, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's funny, dude. That's crazy. So
And then now they say I'm more Mexican than them. So
than them, right?
They're like,
like
what's your accent?
I
at?
make the beans and shit.
There you go.
Well, obviously, like you've really liked El Paso because you've decided to stay
Yeah.
here after all this time, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, 90% of my military career was here. So
Right.
like I left, went to Korea, and then I went to Fort Drum, New York, which is basically where I'm from, right?
Yeah.
It's not close, but it's
It's closer.
the same shit.
up there.
You know? Yeah. It's
Yeah,
up
dude,
there.
that's wild. So then, okay,
Canada.
so I watched this interview that you did. I think it was with the El Paso Herald or something. You guys were doing an interview through Zoom, and you guys were talking about being in Korea and how you started to like you were on like Korean television over
Right.
there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So tell us about that. Like how the fuck did that happen?
How'd you get on there? Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So in Korea, you do a lot of drinking, right?
I'll do that.
Naturally.
Oh no, like
Like heavy. It's like Juarez, dude.
no, it's like
It's worse.
Juarez on steroids.
Yeah.
So
Wait, so South Koreans can pound beer?
oh,
They can drink?
Liquor.
breakfast, bro.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I don't never. Okay, so they have a whole culture too, right? It's a totally different culture than like the Latino culture is totally different than
Right.
the Caucasian culture
Right.
or whatever, right? Like Irish drink, Mexicans drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
Koreans drink like
Like kings.
That's like water.
like
It's like
water. Yeah. So anytime you eat, you drink, and if you don't, it's disrespectful.
Oh.
And the youngest guy serves everybody else. So like if my
And
cup
Joe
is
would've
low,
been here.
because they have big
Big beers.
yeah, I guess
like
it's
glasses
a
and
liter,
shit,
maybe,
right.
Like a liter.
Like a 40.
And then they give it to each person in a glass.
Bro,
so
they-
like when your glass is low,
we need to go to the fucking-
youngest person would serve
Can't even
the
eat in
rest.
peace because you're like, fuck, Chris is over here sipping his life away. Yeah. He's like,
Every 5 minutes,
Every 5
just
minutes.
gotta
Right
fill
next
me
to
up.
Chris the whole time, just serving.
Yeah, yeah. And then obviously clubs all night. They don't have like a cutoff.
cut off date.
Oh, no, have
Like,
no
you can-
curfew?
you can-
no, nothing?
No.
Jesus.
Like I went into clubs. There's this one club in downtown. It's in Itaewon, which is Seoul, right? Which is like New York City.
Yeah.
Right.
And then this little borough is Itaewon. And that's where a lot of soldiers and you know. And because a lot of soldiers, then a lot of foreigners and stuff go there. Like
Tourist
you'd be-
attraction, yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised like how many like Australians, Canadians,
out there.
New Zealanders like are there in Korea.
People from all over the world.
Because they teach English there.
Right.
So they get English teaching jobs there. So like I went to this club, the Limelight, right? And we get there at like 9. And then we start drinking. And it's like just party.
Was it
party,
cheap?
Party. Oh yeah, super cheap.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we just party. It's like $1 a beer. So,
So
like,
I'm on the way.
So we're like drinking, partying, blah, whatever, right? And then you know how it starts to wind down, and I'm like, damn, it's probably time to go, right? Walk outside and it's daylight.
Fucking 7 in the morning and shit.
Yeah, no, 9 in the morning.
9? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you come out and it's all bright outside. And
Go report to PT or what?
yeah. No, I've done that. I went from the bar to PT. Here, I went from Juarez to PT.
Damn.
Like,
Straight
come
to
on the
PT.
bridge at 4 a.m.
Jesus
and then go to
Christ. Yeah,
Get
dude,
changed and
that's
go to-
wild.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Like Juarez was like,
But it's
in
because
the
he
90s.
survived because he had the power.
Juarez was the shit.
Like I don't know if y'all know, like.
Well, yeah,
in the 90s,
Juarez was like, that was a spot, bro.
that was it. And
Drink
the
and drown,
feria,
yeah.
Like the feria, yeah.
Yeah, drink and drown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the feria, like
Yeah, La Feria.
We were
all summer.
we were at that age where like I mean if you
Like
knew
12.
the right person you could be
was
there
like
at
the
those
end of
times,
it,
but it
yeah.
was like right at the end of
The
that.
end of it.
So I was like, my brother took me once and that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I got to experience.
So where?
To Juarez.
La
I don't remember where it was,
Electric
but
Q.
I remember
Electric Q?
Electric
Yeah.
Q. Where else?
Vertigos.
Vertigo. Yeah, I think Vertigo's still there.
La Playa,
Yeah.
Spankies.
I need to break the seal.
Spankies.
EXO.
I need to break the seal, guys. I'll go back.
Go ahead.
Try to replace me, but bitch, I'm one of a kind. You know, I be racing up on the highway 95. Look, I don't give a fuck why these niggas hating on me. Oh, wait, because I got your bitch tripping on me. She said my love promethazine got her leaning on me. Spanish mommy with that accent, bet she call me Poppy. Okay, yeah, she be here.
Go for it. So the military didn't like fucking trip that you guys would go over there?
Not back then, huh?
So what?
Yeah, like back
no.
then it was cool. Because like now I'm sure like you
No,
can't
so-
fucking go to
you need a
Juarez.
So 2008 they shut off.
Okay.
Yeah, it was after all the killings in 06.
And they also changed in 2008 the drinking age on Fort Bliss. It used to
221,
be
right?
18.
Yeah, it used to be-
Oh
You
shit!
used to
So you
buy-
guys used to be able to drink
Because they
underage
didn't want
there
them
because
to
you were
go to
there.
Juarez. The kids, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, that is fucking crazy, dude.
Like, you
But-
could just drink here instead of going to Juarez. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, at on post. You don't have to
Yeah.
drive. You don't have to.
Go
You're
to the
safe.
exchange, cheaper
Right.
beer, no tax.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to being in Korea.
So Korea, like I said, we partied every day, right? Like there is no weekend. Like you party Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday.
Every week. Every day's the weekend.
Yeah, every day. So then I started meeting people in that area, right? So it's about an hour from my base where I used to go hang out. And I started meeting people there, and then I met a person that was a agent for foreign actors.
Oh shit.
And then they were talking to me in the bar or whatever, and we're drinking. And they're like, hey, have you ever wanted to be on like a TV show or in a movie or something like that, right? And I was like, doesn't everybody want to
Right? Isn't that everybody's fucking dream to be on TV?
Who doesn't want to be
Right.
on TV or whatever, right?
That's true.
And then they're like, oh, because they're casting for this TV series and they need an American to play a soldier. And I was like, gravy, right?
I'm a fucking soldier,
Right?
dude. Let's do it.
Easy, let's
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
So then they said, all right, I'm going to talk to them or whatever. And this was like Sunday night, right? Doesn't matter, right?
Right? It doesn't matter.
Sunday night, 3 a.m., fucking in a bar with this person. So they're like, hey, so Monday they text me and said, what's your email? So I sent my email. And then Tuesday, like I didn't respond. I didn't even look at my email, right? I just sent my email. I didn't look at my email. And then Tuesday night, they said, hey, did you learn your lines?
Oh shit.
You're going to film tomorrow at SBS Studios, which is Seoul Broadcasting Station, right? So I was like, no, what lines? And they're like, we emailed you your fucking script, right? So I was like, oh, I didn't even know I was cast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were bullshitting in a bar at 3 a.m. I'm going to be in a TV show, right? So they're like, no, read the script. I'm going to pick you up, whatever. We're going to go film. And I was like, all right, cool. So then I read the script, and it was like one line. It was three lines, 2 words each line, right? I just said, yes, major, yes, which I wouldn't say. And I tried to convince them of that. Like you would say, yes, sir. And they're like, we know, but we want them to know it's a major. Right. And I was like, okay.
Yes, sir, Major.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I did that. So I go on set. we have the little scene. I'm sitting with this guy who's already like an established actor on the show, and it's already in like I think the 23rd episode or something.
Oh shit.
So then I was like, all right, cool. So I go in, I'm with this guy. He's already like famous and shit, right? All these people. So this is the highest rated TV show in Korea
God
Oh
damn.
shit!
to date.
And you just walked
to now.
and you just walked in there like, all right, let's
And,
fucking do it.
before this,
Damn.
the last time you recorded was when you were younger with your friends and shit.
I was probably like 17. 17. Yeah, we made another
That
one.
is crazy, dude. So literally just by happenstance, like you met the right guy,
Right.
you guys hit it off, had some drinks, and then fucking he
Thought
said,
it was
hey.
bullshit.
got him to the
Right.
to the
You didn't even think it was real.
To the top.
Yeah, I thought it was bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
you didn't even think it was
so
real.
then it's funny because I'm a foreigner, right? Which I don't understand. I'm a foreigner.
Yeah,
because
you like
I'm
you.
from the U.S., right? Like I'm American, motherfucker. You're a foreigner, right? I'm a foreigner. So I'm not
in their own country, you guys are foreign.
Yeah.
You fucking beans.
Right?
You fucking beaners.
It's true though.
No,
It's
that's
true.
how I felt.
Fuck, no, I know, but that's
Obviously,
hilarious.
that's not how it was,
Right.
but that's my feeling, right? So they kept saying, "Oh, you're a foreigner, you're a foreigner," and I was like, "No, I'm not.
I'm American."
fucking American. What are you saying?" So everywhere else is foreign. Like,
Yeah.
So then they're like, "Yeah, go on set, do this, whatever." So I did it, and then I said the 3 lines, and they're like, "Oh, that was awesome. You did fucking great."
And this
I
is
was
all
like,
in Korean.
No, I said it in English. I spoke only in English on the show, and they subtitled it.
Oh, okay.
Because
okay.
I'm supposed to be a dumb American that can't
Right.
speak Korean.
Oh,
right?
okay.
He's supposed to be like a character.
Right,
like
right.
Or character. What is it? Like,
Yeah,
what-
character.
And
Yeah.
did you understand Korean by then? Like, did you?
By then, I knew like
Beer.
hello,
Yeah.
like I
Hello.
did Spanish, right? Like,
Simple.
hola, shit
rollo,
like
pollo?
that.
Cerveza.
Cerveza.
Right?
Chinga tu madre, güey. Shit like that, yeah.
Shit like that. Yeah. Exactly like that.
So
I even told them that. No, it's funny because it's funny because like some of the words,
Yeah.
like baboso,
Baboso, yeah.
they say baboseo.
Baboseo, they
which
changed
is
it up.
like retarded,
Right.
Which is like
Baboso.
oh, not retarded, but like
dumb.
handicap.
Right.
Handicap,
No,
yeah.
I don't know,
yeah.
like dumb, like
Dumb.
drooling,
Clueless, right?
Yeah, a Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so what happened is I did that, right? Then I call my parents. I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm on a TV show in Korea. Like it's going to air on." And so they film every Wednesday and Saturday, and there's 2 episodes that run weekly, and it's Monday, Tuesday.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So and it's not like the US, right? So like if I filmed on Saturday, that's going to show on Tuesday.
Yay.
In the
Few
US, I
days.
filmed on Saturday, you see it 8 months from now.
Yeah.
Or next season or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So I did that. I call my parents. I'm all excited. Oh, I'm on a fucking TV show in Korea. Blah, blah, blah. I was talking, whatever, right? And because I'm a foreigner, they consider me an extra.
Oh.
Even though I'm a character, I have a
Right.
name, I say lines, I do all that, they consider you an extra.
But only because you're a foreigner.
Yes, because foreigners can't be
on the show.
stars or they can't be like. So this is what's interesting about that show.
Discrimination.
Yeah, well, it's their country, right? I was
Oh,
the
but
foreigner.
they're the foreigners. So.
No, yeah, but no, what he's saying makes sense. Like, you can't be from America and be the head fucking
Correct.
face on the show.
Right.
But that's in Korea.
South
yeah.
Korea.
Yeah, in South Korea. So this is what's super weird too, right? About that show is at some point in that show, I did about 23 episodes, right?
Damn.
So at
It's like
some
a whole season.
no,
It's
so
like 2
so they only
seasons,
have
bro.
1 season.
It just continues running.
Yes. So every Korean drama, right, is a story that has a beginning and ends. Usually runs about 3 months is a season, and that's it. Like there's no second season.
Right.
There's no
So all the 3 seasons are wrapped up in one. Pretty
right.
much. It's kind of
right.
like
it's
that.
just like a story, right? It runs. This one went 9 months.
Oh shit.
Which was the longest ever, right? And it had the highest ratings ever. So it's like the Friends or Seinfeld of that time, like over there. So then on that show, I was the first foreigner to ever have a close up where I'm the only person in the shot. on the
No
screen.
shit.
Yeah. So like when they did that, like the agent was like, "Hey, this is fucking crazy. Like this never happened to another foreigner, right? Like you're the first one ever." And there's some famous dudes. Like there was a dude named Bruno Bruni. He was a Taekwondo champion. They put him in commercials and shit. He was from
Bruno
Germany.
Bruni?
Yeah, he's from Germany. He was like kind of famous when I was there. And then they're like, "Hey, no, man, like this never happened," you know? And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. They just told me fucking stand there and say that." You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. Like I just do what they tell me, you know? So like I did it. I did that. I did those shows. And then because of that, like that show, there was other shows, and this goes all into like a whole fucking story, right? All the way up until like what is it? Magnificent Seven.
Okay.
The movie, right? So like I did all that. I filmed, and then other shows were like, hey, we need a foreigner. We want that guy.
We want that guy.
Like we want him. You
He's
know?
like $5.
Yeah, $5. So, no, free beer.
Hey, we want your Tom Hanks.
Free beer.
Yeah. So
And I was gonna ask, the way that like the payment was, like, was it like?
so I made $700.20 filming.
An episode or
Like whenever I film. So
Damn.
so it could be an episode, it could be 2 episodes. Like it just depends. Like
Whatever.
it's per day,
It's
basically.
per day.
And I filmed twice a week. So I filmed.
so it's
Wednesday.
1,400,
About-
or it could be even more.
Yeah, about a little more.
They paid you American money?
Well, Korean money.
Korean money,
that-
right?
so
I
how
mean,
much?
but it translates
Right,
to
right.
$720.
Okay, so you
$100
made
bucks.
in US dollars $700 every time you would go film, essentially.
Right, and I did it twice a week.
So it's
Oh, shit,
1,400
that's not-
plus your military.
And then-
stuff?
Sign me up,
you're
coach.
balling.
Yeah.
But like the military was cool with this the whole time.
So what I did is I did a break in service. Right?
Okay,
So
I was like, I don't think you could fucking do that, right?
So what I did is I ETS'd, and because like I said, I would go out. I met all these people in this community, all these other foreigners, right? And they had expat bars, which is just like where people from all over hang out, except for Koreans. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So like we had bars like that, and then all the Koreans would come to learn English because they've already learned English, right? Like they're mad smart, like they're kids. So what I did is I met someone that was a recruiter for English teachers. And then right before I was getting out, I did an online program, like online college, to get
Right.
my degree so I could teach English.
Okay.
So what I did is I went to the recruiter, they got me a job, and then I started teaching English.
Damn.
So I did that. Yeah.
Nice,
This guy's even been a teacher, bro.
Yeah,
crazy.
It lasted 1 year.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that.
Yeah, 1 year in that TV series, and then
Yeah.
It's like peace.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. Hell yeah. And then so you come back stateside, right? And then eventually, like, because you've been in some fucking pretty credible movies. And so, like, how did, like, you get the acting going, like, once you were back here in the States?
So-
Bro, this guy arrested low key
yeah.
in the Avengers.
So this is what happened with that. Like how I was essentially discovered in America, right? Like so after I did that show, like I said, they were asking to be, hey, put him on. I want him on this show. I want him on this show. I want him on this show.
Put him
So
on
I did a
CSI.
show called All In, right? Which was supposedly filmed in LA, but it was filmed in like Busan, the south of South Korea. So
So they pretended it was in LA during the show.
yeah.
Wow.
Like when you're playing like Texas Hold'em, it's
Right.
called All In because it's like Texas Hold'em.
Okay.
You're all in. So the lead on that show, I played cards with him, and you know how you get to like the final or whatever,
Right,
like
right.
that. So like, and he knew I was on that, the #1 show. His show wasn't the #1 show, right? My show was the #1 show. So he knew I was on that show. So like, when I came to the States, so I did about 4 other TV shows other than the one that's called Yain Shide, which is the
What?
like the Yain
The main
Shide.
one, the big one,
Yeah, the main
the number one.
I'm not even gonna try to type that in.
Yain Shide. So like I did that, and then I did those couple other shows, right? And then when I came to the States, I was doing like MMA fights and stuff like that, and then they had models, like the ring girl models and stuff like that, right? And the guy that provided the ring girl models, which is a shout out to this guy, Jim Burleson, right? He's about to film a feature film right now.
Hey, shout out to this guy.
Yeah. So what happened is he used to have like a modeling agency basically, and he also did like MMA fights and stuff like that. So in Albuquerque. So then when film started flooding to Albuquerque because of the tax rebates, like this is like 2009, right? I guess it started like 2008, but 2009 it was huge, right? So they contacted him to cast these films because there isn't agents there at this
Right.
time. So they contact like model agents
Right.
or whatever to get people,
Get people to,
extras
so we
and
can
stuff.
put in this movie.
Yeah.
So like the state was giving these guys like money to come and fucking film.
like huge money,
Right.
like 50% tax rebates
Damn.
and stuff like that. Right now, I think it's 30. Like
Okay.
you
That's
can
still
get
high.
up to, you can get up to
That's
yeah,
pretty
super,
good.
It's super high,
Yeah.
super high. So like what they were doing is that, and then he messaged me and he's like, "Hey, you were an actor, right? You did this, whatever." And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "They're casting this movie that's called Project Angel," and I was like, "All right." I'm interested, right? Because I've been on film. And then that guy's like, oh shit, I can be in the movies here and shit, right? so then he's like, yeah, come audition. I got you. And I was like, all right, cool. So then I said, what's it about? And he's like, oh, it's a sci-fi movie about the future where machines take over or something, right? And I was like, all right, cool. It sounds like a ripoff of fucking Terminator, right? Yeah. So I was like, this is whatever though, right? I just want to be in a fucking movie.
You're like, I'm down regardless.
So then I show up. I go to where they're casting. It's at Buffalo Casino up there.
Oh, yeah, in Albuquerque.
Yeah, like right above Albuquerque. So we go there, and then there's like 1,000 people.
You're like,
right?
fuck.
And I was like, oh shit, where's Jim? You know, I'm like, hey,
I'm here.
I'm here. Yeah. They're like, hey, get in line. And I was like, all right, cool. So I said, I'll just wait in line. I'll text this motherfucker, right? Boom. I'm texting, nothing. Texting. Hour goes by. I'm getting closer. So I go through a fucking 1,000 people, like 3-hour wait, right? Damn. So I was like, what the fuck? Where's this cat at? You know, like I'm waiting for this dude. And then I get up to the tent, and they have you have a card, right? They have you fill out a card like with all your information.
Your info and shit.
Yeah. So then I go to the next table.
He writes number one Korean show.
He's like shing shit, whatever he said.
I'm the only white guy.
Chingue su madre. I'm here.
Yeah, so I give him the card to this girl. She says, what are you here for? And I said, for the, like, it was a soldier, like soldier, right? Easy shit, right? So, like, I'm here for
He's like, yes, major.
Roll of a soldier. Yeah, yes, major. So, I'm here for the roll of a soldier, right? So, they're like, all right, cool. Give your card to that guy. His name's Sergeant Major Joe, whatever, right? He's a ex-Marine, right. Sergeant Major. So, he's going to ask you some questions. And I was like, all right, cool. So he's like, where you been? What did you do? You know, what were you in the Army? Oh, I was airborne. I did this. I did that, right?
I was once
on
a jet
MOS?
ski.
Yeah, what's your MOS? Yeah.
I was on a jet ski this one time, and then I was on a quad.
With him.
With him.
So then he's like, oh, cool. Take this card, right? And stand over there by that screen and say and spell your name. Hold up the card. So I walk over. There's like a ring light, right? A camera. And I'm just like, hey, Frank Powers, you know, I'm here.
Frank Powers.
Yeah. And then
He flexes.
Then I show him like the little card or whatever, and I hand it back to him, and he puts it on the table, and there's like 5 cards on the table. The next dude walks up, he takes the card, puts it on the floor. There's like a pile of this fucking
Dang.
So I was like, oh, shit. Like,
I'm
what's
1
up,
5.
right?
Yeah, that's
So
right.
then I'm texting this fool, hey, what's up? I just went through the line, whatever. And he's like, oh, that's good. Cool. And I was like, motherfucker, I didn't know I was waiting.
I had it.
I don't know. I was in a,
So anyway, I went back to El Paso, right? So I was at El Paso at the time. So I went back to El Paso. 2 days later, they emailed me and said, hey, we need you to come in for a fitting. And I was like, oh, for real? And they're like, yeah, send us your sizes. So I sent them my sizes. We scheduled Friday to go up for a fitting. I went up Friday, went to the fitting. Still Project Angel, right? So I was like, oh, this is whatever, you know?
Project Angel.
Yeah, Project Angel. So then I go do that. Then the first day of filming comes, right? Which is like a week later. They're like, hey, you need to be at Kirtland Air Force Base. And then they're going to let you in or whatever, right? And I had my
your ID?
VA ID, so I could just go in, you know?
Either way.
Yeah.
I'm already here, man.
So that's what I did. I just went in, went to set, went to hair and makeup, whatever. And it was Terminator Salvation.
Damn.
What? Damn.
When you find out, what was your thought? Like when you first found out?
Sick. I was like, this is sick as fuck. You know, like, this is dope.
I'm looking for John Connor.
Yeah. So then what
Bach.
happened is I was one of John Connor's resistant fighters. Like, I don't know if you remember the movie.
It's been a while, but
Yeah, but that's the one with Christian Bale, right?
Yes.
That's a badass movie, dude.
Yeah. So then I did that, right? And then I worked with Christian Bale for 13 days straight, right? And it's called Your One, right? Go to Your One. And it was like you two. Christian Bale, me, right? So then, like, for 13 days, didn't say a fucking word to me.
Oh, no shit.
Not once.
But
nothing.
Not one word.
Damn.
He flipped out on set. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Like, he flipped out on set and was yelling at the lighting guy, like, I'll kick your fucking ass. You fucking piece of shit. You don't remember that?
No.
I think I do.
It was like a
remember.
big controversial
Right.
thing. So
TMZ was all over
anyway,
it.
yeah. So then anyway, when I was there with him not talking to me, right? Like, just standing there by myself. So then the assistant, so the director's McGee, right? And his assistant was Korean. And she came walking by and she's like, oh, I know you.
She recognized.
Shing Chong.
And I was like, oh, you know me? And she goes, yeah, I know you. You're famous, right? And I was like, I'm not famous. He's famous. He's not even talking to anybody. Like, that's how famous this motherfucker is, right? So she's like, no, you're famous. You're famous. And then she said, Yain Shide, right? So then I was like, yeah, I was on Yain Shide. 5 minutes, right? We're standing there just waiting, like to re-roll.
To roll.
Whatever. Yeah. 5 minutes. Agent walks up. You want an agent? And I was like, yeah, I want an agent. And they're like, all right, sign right here, right? So I was getting paid, I think it was like $74 a day or something, right, to be an extra. So then I signed with the agent, and then they come back and they're like, oh, you're gonna be getting you're military. You have a military occupational skill, MOS, right? So
baby.
So they're like, you can carry a weapon, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna make $375 a day,
Damn.
like starting today.
What a come up.
Yeah. For me, I was like, yeah. So I'd do it for free, right? Yeah. Go hang out with those people for free, right? So then I went into that, and then because of that, they started hitting me up like for Avengers. They're like, hey, this dude's military. He can play this role or whatever.
So your name was just floating around like
and then it just became
so like it makes me think like, and I never really thought about it, but like in these major roles, like these people are actually looking for people that have experience, even though there's just extras or whatever. Maybe they have no lines. They actually want somebody that's like been a military guy. Or
yeah.
been,
So
like,
this is the thing, right? That's the difference between like an extra and background.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So like an extra is just someone standing on the fucking
Somebody
street.
walking by.
They could be picking their nose. They can do whatever, right? And then a background creates the ambiance for the scene.
Right. It's
So like
part of the scene, right?
So if they can carry a weapon properly and they need to be walking in a group.
Well, and like what he's like also like kind of what like he's saying is like if you're gonna be dressed as a soldier, right? You don't want your soldier to be fucking holding the gun all stupid,
right?
Like you want him to know how to properly hold a gun, so it looks as realistic as possible,
right?
So that the guys that are in there as soldiers are actually fucking playing the role of like, you know, I'm a soldier. I know how to do this. I know how to walk. I know how to do all that. Like
exactly.
a soldier, you
I know
what
how
I
to
mean?
ride a quad. Yeah. So it's like for
Jet
that jet ski too. But I mean, a lot of it has to do. I mean, if you think about it, is that that lady, whoever saw you and was like, you're that famous guy.
Yeah, and I don't even know who she is.
Damn,
like,
that's wild.
All I knew is at that time that was McGee's assistant. And that's all I knew.
And she pointed your ass out.
We need to look
even
her
then,
up.
Christian Bale still never said a word to you? He's like, damn it.
Huh?
Nah.
He didn't have the
I
best
know he's
time,
watching
so.
Crystal Bale, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm not a,
Why you do my man
Bale?
dirty like that?
so I'm not a Bale fan. So
Yeah.
well, I mean, he did a bunch of shit.
He's a good Batman, though. I'm going to give him that, but.
well,
Anyway.
Debatable.
very. But that's a whole nother episode, right? Yeah. So what happened is from that, right? Like I did that, and then I did Avengers or whatever, and then they needed, because of that agent, right? She used like a group of us that she knew were prior military, that she knew had these skills, that had this look or whatever, right? So then I got a call from her to do Lone Survivor.
Damn.
That's wild, bro.
With Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Marky Mark?
So
That's dope.
so this is what happened with that, right?
Marky Mark, like he knows the guy.
So look, I already had ties like to Mark Wahlberg, right? Because my sister was a huge New Kids on the Block fan, and kind of like stalked the New Kids on the Block, right? And
She was a huge fan.
and she lived on Long Island, New York, right? And they used to fly into like LaGuardia or whatever to go to Boston and stuff like that, or wherever they went on tour. And she would find out. She'd go to the airport, wait for them to get off the plane, take photos with them all the time. and stuff.
paparazzi style.
Yeah, but like skilled, like she's mad skilled, right? She's got pictures with everybody, right?
Damn, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So she did that for a while, and then she would go, like she missed him at the airport. She'd go to his house because you have to go home, right? Like she knew he had to go home, so she'd park out in front of the house, and then Mark was a kid, like when his brother was in the group. And he would come out on the porch and be like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing in front of my house?" Blah blah blah, whatever, right? So then she, would argue with him or whatever. You know, like, "You ain't shit. I'm here for your brother," whatever, right? So
who the fuck are you?
Yeah. So whatever the conversations are, right? And like whatever's going on, but she would wait for them out there, and then he became famous, right? He like did the Calvin Klein ad, became Marky Mark, like
Underwear guy.
underwear guy.
Joe's favorite.
And then started doing movies or whatever, right? So then she saw him at the airport and he had just done, I don't know if you guys remember like the Rock and Jock basketball games for MTV and stuff.
I don't remember.
So they used to have celebrities and
Yeah.
NBA players play like a
Oh yeah.
game and stuff like that. So he played that, and I think he broke his ankle or something like doing that. And he was at the airport on crutches, and he didn't want the crutches in the picture. So he's like, "Hey, you're gonna have to hold me up." Like she cared, right? So like she grabbed around his waist and was holding him up. And when I was on set, so I had already talked to him on set, right? Because the Patriots were playing the Bills. I'm a Bills fan because I'm from right near Buffalo.
And
Oh,
he's a
great.
Boston guy,
So he likes the Patriots. So
Right.
even though you would think he likes Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was, I was like, hey, the Bills, and do you want to go to the game? Go to a bar, watch the game, right? And he's like, oh no, I'm flying home and I'm gonna take my sons to the game, right? So I was like, oh, that's cool, whatever. Like,
Fuck you then.
yeah.
Fuck me, I guess. Go jack off at the bar by myself.
Yeah. So then when he would come to set,
Right.
right? Because we're just a group of soldiers, right? That were all there. And he was in that group, but he's like the main
soldier.
Yeah, right.
He's the main survivor.
Navy SEAL, yeah.
Yeah.
So he would come to set and always ask, hey, where's Buffalo? Where's Buffalo? And then we'd play football. And it'd be my team, which he picked, is all like the old fucking gaffers and shit like that, like 60-year-old guys and shit. And then he's got all these
All the young guys.
guys that are active military. So anyway, we played like that, right? And then he would run the score up on my shitty team, right?
Oh.
And then they were videotaping it. Like my friends and stuff were videotaping it. Media was out there, and there was like 400 people watching us play football on this flight line. And then they put it on the news in Albuquerque, like one headlight, whatever, and put it out. And they had it on the news and stuff, like me playing football against him, right? And then he beat me, and I like ran.
Peace.
Yeah. And then he was like, he said, I forgot what he said. Something like,
Mark and Mark,
off to
motherfucker.
victory or something like that. Like
Yeah.
ran past me. And like I tried to chase him down. And then
And he scored like he did at that Eagles.
Yeah. And then I bent over and I was like, oh, he's fast. Right, so.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking wild. Man.
Yeah, so then I said, hey, you probably know my sister. And he's like, nah, I don't know your sister. And I was like, yeah, you met her. Like, she used to stalk your brother, right? No. Like, so he's like,
She held you up
she
that
sent
one
me a
time?
picture with him. So I showed it to him. He's like, wow, that's fucking crazy.
He's like, what?
I
He's like,
remember.
Yeah, he's like, that's super crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
that time, like I remember I broke my ankle and had crutches and shit, right? Like, so he remembered, you know? So that was cool. And then after that, I got the call for Magnificent Seven, and I was doing my own Western at the time, which I don't know if you guys know, like I wrote, directed, produced, acted in a Western.
Dude, I saw.
Was it Brother James Retribution?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it
The
out.
one where like you like Superman punched the dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you wrote, directed all that for that movie?
Yeah.
Okay, damn, dude, that's what's up. That's
So then
that's
I got the
impressive,
call to
really.
be in Magnificent Seven, which I had already done Book of Eli, right, with Denzel
Yeah.
Washington, Mila Kunis.
Damn.
So on that one, there was some controversy on that one, but we won't go into that one. That's
we'll
on
go
TMZ.
off
Say
the
that for
record.
round
Off the
two,
record.
dude.
Yeah, that's on T.
We'll do that for round two.
Denzel's
later.
watching, dude. I know he's
No,
watching.
Denzel, super cool, right? So this is what happened on Book of Eli. So it was the last day of filming. There's about 5 people there. I was the guard on the tower that stops them. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So like we were at that tower when they're coming in to the gates at Alcatraz or whatever. So then I'm sitting by myself eating, and they have like the last day wrap day. They have like lobster, steak, all this
Right.
shit.
Let's
So I'm
celebrate.
like, bet I'm gonna eat, right?
Big old bet.
So I sit down.
Go bet.
So I sit down and start eating like I'm eating. And then this dude walks up next to me. I'm eating. And he's like, hey, did you get a gift bag yet? And I was like, nah, I haven't got a gift bag. He goes, I'll go get you one. And I turn around and he's walking away. It's Denzel Washington. I was like, why is this dude going to get me a gift bag, right? So he goes over, brings me a bag, which I still have.
It's like an iPhone 8 or whatever.
No, but it was like cool shit, right? But it's a cool bag and stuff. Like I won't say what they give you.
Right.
So then he's like, can I sit here? And I was like, yeah, you can sit anywhere you want.
Of course you can. American gangster. You can do whatever
If
you
you
want.
want, I can leave.
I was like, you know, you're Denzel Washington. so then he went and got food and he sits down, right? And he has 2 dudes with him, right? 2 big
At
ass
all
dudes.
times.
Yeah, I don't know at all times, but he did when he was sitting with me, right? So I'm sitting there, and then he's like, so you're an actor? So no, he asked me like, so what are you doing here? I was like, I'm the guy that's gonna shoot you if you don't.
If you don't mind. Don't
And then
beat me up.
He's like, oh no shit, yeah, that's cool. Like you're an actor, and I was like, yeah. And he said, where'd you get cast from? I said, well, I live in El Paso, but they cast me out of New Mexico, right? So then he's like, oh, that's super cool, whatever. So then he's like, so if you want to make it, right? And I was like, yeah, of course. Like anyone in
Any
the
actor
industry
wants to make it.
wants to be famous, right? So I was like, yeah, of course. And then he's like, oh, you got to move to LA. And I was like, yeah, bro, I don't have LA money. You know, like I can't live in LA. And then he's like, yeah, but you have to make that move if you want to make that jump, you know? And I was like, yeah, I can't do it, man. Like I just don't have the money. And then he started like giving me a lecture, right? And then Denzel. Yeah. And he got
this guy gets like
he got like a little passionate, right? And then he's like, hey, you got to get to LA. You got to do this. You got to. And all I could like, I didn't even hear what the fuck he said, right? I just saw the movie Training Day.
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
I was just like.
Like, you know, in Training Day when he's convincing him to hit the weed.
No, exactly.
Like, yeah, you don't want to get wet.
I was like, all right, I'll take it.
He's like, I'd like to get wet.
How he felt.
Yeah.
I mean, at first he's like, no, I'm not fucking doing that.
He's like, I'm surgical with this shit.
Like, that's crazy.
I mean, if you think about it, like out of anybody that you'd want to, get advice from, it's fucking Denzel Washington.
Yeah. Dude, how bad.
Not just that, but he gave him a basket full of gifts.
Yeah.
And he got with him, and you ate lunch with him or
Yeah.
dinner, whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's fucking wild.
And then right after, I took a picture of Mina Kunis. So.
Dude,
Oh, nice.
I'd be like, yeah, I'm retired now.
It's on.
yeah.
It's on. It's all on there.
Where's it on?
Probably my Facebook.
Dude, that shit is crazy.
So then what happened is they were casting Magnificent Seven, which Denzel Washington's in, right? Mm-hmm. So then I get to set, and then I'm in this I'm just a gunfighter on this show, right? On the movie, and Denzel's riding his horse in. I'm walking. He's riding his horse in. There's an Asian dude behind him on a horse. You know the movie, right?
Yeah.
And then a couple other dudes on the horse and stuff. So they're like riding in, and he's riding by, and then the Asian dude gallops up a little faster. And it's like, hey, I know you. And I was like, oh, you do? And I knew exactly who he was because I already knew before I went there who's in the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
And he was a Korean actor?
He's the star from All In.
Oh, shit. So you guys had already worked together.
Yeah. So he knew I was on the best show. You know what I'm saying? So then he's like, I know you, right? So then Denzel rides up. I know him. I know him too. So I was
That's
like,
fucking badass, dude.
right?
They're like, hey, we both know this guy.
no, but he was like,
Get this man on a horse right now.
Yeah, no, he was trying to like one up him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I know him.
Yeah.
You know him. and then he's like, you're Book of Eli, right? And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, you're Yang today. And I was like, yeah.
You move to LA? Like,
So, no,
Not yet.
no, I didn't even talk to him after that.
Okay.
Like he just said that and
He's like, I'm out.
rode off into the sunset.
Dude, I wish fucking Denzel said I know him.
Well, that's super cool, right? Like,
yeah, dude.
That's fucking badass,
Fuck
dude.
yeah, dude. Like,
So that happened, right? And then after that, I went back to filming my Western, which is about to be released 2022.
2022.
Yeah. So it's gonna be released with like a big
Promotion.
Like a big
production
rollout.
company.
Right.
No, a big production company.
Okay,
So
nice.
so like the big ones, right?
Yeah, like Lionsgate,
Universal.
Universal, Warner Bros.
Sony. Yeah. So one of those.
Damn, dude, that's a big
That's
fucking
fire,
deal.
dude.
Yeah. We have NDAs. Like I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't really talk about it too much.
But-
How long have you been working on this though?
So years.
Years,
For
right?
years,
It takes
yeah.
fucking a long time.
Yeah, and we did it ourselves. We got investors. We fucking went on locations. We
Right.
filmed in Santa Fe. We filmed in El Paso. There's
Really?
spots in El Paso.
It's a Western?
Yeah,
Dude,
you didn't see
that's
the
fucking
trailer?
badass, dude.
No, I haven't.
You should pull it up and check it out.
Pull it up, Joe. Put it on the screen if you can.
Put it on the screen.
But yeah,
I need to
dude,
go again.
That this guy, Jesus Christ.
This is what happens when we don't take a break.
But yeah, dude. So like, what are you like projecting like going forward after this comes out? Like, are you still gonna be like writing and directing? Or are you gonna be more towards like acting? Like, how do you see yourself in the future?
So for me, I would prefer to just act.
Just to act?
Yeah, because it's like the
It's a little
easy
easier,
part of
right?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You show up, they tell you what to do, you do it.
Right. You're not worried about like the fucking logistics, the behind the
Right.
scenes, like making sure like everybody's in place, the production of everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's a little bit more chill, but that's fucking badass, dude.
But I'm like super creative, right?
Right.
So I like to do a lot of things at once. You know,
Right.
like I like to do the directing.
Yeah, because the acting doesn't like scratch that creative
Right, right.
like itch that you have. So this is it, right? This is the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
Can't really hear it.
Yeah, we won't get any fucking audio from this, but damn, dude, this is fucking dope, dude. And you said this is coming
Hey,
out
there's our
2022,
boy.
right? There you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's badass, man. Well, congratulations to you for this, man. This is a big fucking this is a big deal.
And then being released on a major production company. I think it told us right now where it was, but
Yeah, dude, and so like, I know, like, I wanted to talk to you real fast about like some of like your other like businesses that you got going, but how proud are you of like actually seeing this like actually come to this point where it's about to be released?
Oh yeah, super proud. And it's not just for me, it's for all the people involved.
The people you work with and shit. Yeah.
The people that we work with, everyone that put the effort in, everyone that invested, everyone that gave up their time to film with us, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking badass, man. Yeah, dude, that's fucking dope. So, okay, so besides the acting, the producing, the directing, you also are a businessman.
Yep.
And that's kind of how you met Misa was you have a place, a clothing store at the mall, right? Sundland Park Mall. So tell the people a little bit about what that place is, and then about, I think you have a boba place too.
Yeah, boba tea shop.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about those spots, and then Misa actually said that you're working on a new business.
I can't wait for that one.
We can get into. So just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the clothing store is a retro clothing store.
Nice.
So it's like 80s, 90s retro, like all authentic, old stuff, I guess.
I gotta say, I've walked into that store several times. You know, whether to switch out some lights for you or something, or just walking by, and every single time, man, that store just hit you with some nostalgia, man.
Yeah, that's what
there's some
that's
cool
what we
stuff in
want.
there.
You know what I mean? And then we have like items around the store that you see, and you're like, one of the things is like a Sega Genesis with 40 games, like on a big arcade style.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah, so people play it, and then like different items around the store that you see, and you're like, oh shit, I remember that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
You know what I
jerseys,
mean?
shirts. I mean, one of the things that caught
jerseys.
my eye right off the bat was the Space Jam movie was coming out, and I walked in, and I think we were gonna fix one of your lights or something. And I was just walking around because I let Luis do all the work and shit. I'm just there to make sure he don't fall or anything.
He's the workhorse.
Yeah, and I saw, and the first thing I saw it was at the Space Jam's jersey, and it was a little small, but I was like, dude, I could buy this shit for my daughter or for my son, you know. And he keeps like, dude, that's authentic.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro,
it's like MJ wore that.
Honestly, for everybody listening, if I know there's a lot of people out there now that that are looking for these retro stuff. It's in fashion right now. Hit up fucking Retrofit at Sundland Park Mall. I'm telling you guys. You walk in there and you're gonna find some shit that you haven't seen since 1995. I'm telling you.
You're gonna get slapped in the face with nostalgia.
Like I just got in a pair of Shaq Reebok pumps.
Oh shit.
So rush down there.
Dude, for real, man, for real.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. And then the boba place, like, what's that about? Like, how's that doing?
So it's boba tea, right?
Right.
And then this is like setting the trend, right? So boba's like trending on TikTok or wherever, right? Like it's just a popular drink, and it's ours. I think is the most delicious boba in El Paso, maybe in the world, right? I don't know. No, but it's really good, right? And then so we make the boba, the pearls, like fresh every day.
Okay.
And then we throw out. Well, we don't always throw them out. Like Michelle, my wife, will make like 6 or 7 drinks. We'll take them to the ER and drop them off, or we'll take them to the fire station, drop them off like that. So we don't waste it.
You don't waste them.
Yeah.
But when they throw them out, I'm out there in the morning
He's
picking them up.
He's
picking
already
them up next to the trash. Like, holy shit, man, these are good.
Yeah, so then we have a bunch of different flavors, popping pearls and stuff like that, right? You can get a bunch of different combinations, and they're all like delicious, right? So, and then we have like little jellies which go in there and stuff. And then what we did is, because I'm Mexican now, right? Like I've been here forever. Yeah, I've been here forever. Right? So I said, hey, we should do agua frescas with boba.
Damn,
look at you.
That's a game changer.
And then we'll call it boba frescas, right?
That's a game changer,
Bro, you walk out there and then you see them like that whole container on ice,
jugs,
on the jugs, just ready to go, and bam.
Bro, people love the agua frescas here, dude.
So the horchata is the best. Like if you go there and get the horchata, it's delicious, right?
Smashing.
So then we'll it's busting. Right?
Busted.
So hey,
Bro, you know more fucking slang terminology than this fucking
when he
guy.
owns a retro store, bro. And not just that, but it's your kids, man. Your
my
kids.
kids,
They keep them young, dude.
Keep them young, yeah.
they're good.
His son's like, yo, this team's busting, bro.
It's busted, bro. That's a badass cat
That's
right
what's
here.
up.
So then what we did is we did that, right? So on our sign, it's Choi Kai Boba is our name of our boba shop, right? and then it's the original boba fresca.
Boba Fresca.
So anyone else does that,
Right.
it started right there.
Right,
you
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I
That's
got
what's
it
up.
on screen. Let me share it real quick.
That's what's up, dude. Hell yeah.
And then so Kyoi Kai means border.
Border
So
boba.
it's border boba.
Okay,
Border
nice,
boba.
dude. Yeah, you're using the alliteration right there, and then like you said, the original, like
Yeah.
boba
The
fresca.
original
You know what I mean?
border Boba Fresca.
Dude, that's
Damn.
fucking badass, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, you fucking got a lot going on, dude.
Yeah,
It's
you're
impressive.
and you're opening up a pizza place, man.
Yeah,
So
we're
tell
opening
us
up a
about
pizza
that.
place. So how that came about, I don't know.
Your boy loves pizza,
So-
just saying. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
tell, but
Yeah,
And
it's from
he
New
told-
York, upstate New York, babe.
He
Yeah,
told
New
us
York.
earlier though, and it's true, man. Like, you know, once you try pizza that's fucking good, like
Yeah.
every other pizza that you taste, like
It's trash.
So this is the thing. Like I've traveled all around the world, right? Like I've been in multiple. I ate pizza in Italy, and it's okay, right? It ain't like New York pizza, right? So I grew up. There's a pizza place called Pizza King in my town, and they're the only. They were the first ones, like the only ones that would deliver. That's before like Pizza Hut, Domino's, shit like that. Right? Small town,
right, yeah.
So it's just like someone opened a pizza shop.
mom and pop.
And that pizza was so good, right? Like so good. And then anywhere I went and ate pizza, it's not New York pizza. Like I was like, it's good. Like so here, the closest that we had was Pizza Joint.
Pizza joint, yeah.
Like I was like, damn, this shit is good, right? Like it's very close. Like,
Shit busting.
yeah, it's busting. but it don't remind me of like the real
back home.
real
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah.
So
Of
then I
course.
was telling Michelle like, hey, we should open a pizza place, whatever, at the mall because they need pizza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And I
mall
was like-
needs a
and
lot
then
of
I was
things,
like-
dude. Pizza
yeah.
might be one of them, but it
And
needs a
I
lot.
was like, if there's a need, we should fill that need, and that's how you make money, right?
Yeah.
So I was
High
like,
demand.
yeah. So I was like, hey, let's do this. So then she said, well, let me look up some recipes because she's an amazing cook, right? She cooks the best Mexican food, whatever. So she looked it up, like New York style pizza recipes, came up with her own recipe, made the dough herself, right? Made the dough, let it rise, made a pizza. I tasted the pizza. I was sitting in the booth at the fucking pizza shop when I was 6 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Took you back, bro.
I was
Damn,
like,
that's
this
some
is-
powerful
I was
shit
like-
right there.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this is the best pizza. Like, wait till we sell this shit, right? So then we made it a few days in a row. Like, we eat a lot of pizza anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we made it a few days in a row. We're eating pizza, and I was like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. So then, you know, you get burned out from making it, right?
Yeah.
Not from eating it, but like from
Yeah,
making
for
it.
making it, yeah.
So we're like, we'll just start working on the shop, doing whatever. So we decided, hey, we're just gonna open that shop, whatever. We talked to Rolando, boom, got the fucking contract, said, hey, we're gonna make it a pizza shop, and now I think it'll be one of like dopest places to go hang out, like go see it.
And I was gonna say, like, I've walked in, and if the people that have been or you know or remember walking into fucking Sundland, it's gonna be where they had that game room,
The arcade.
the arcade game.
Oh, to the
And
right?
yeah, and if you could remember walking in, it's so much different. Like the way you guys are setting
Oh,
it
yeah,
up,
yeah.
man. This
Wasn't like
place,
a hall? Wasn't like a hall for
like a
little
party
bit too?
hall or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
So that's where it's at now.
Yeah,
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
way these guys are bringing it up, these guys are fixing it all up, man. It's crazy.
Are you
It's
guys
like a
gonna sell
complete
alcohol?
confirmation.
You gonna sell alcohol? Sell beer?
That's what we've been talked
so-
about. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually we'll sell beer.
Because I'll go and get drunk, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I need pizza. Come on, dude.
BYOB, man.
BYOB would be fire.
Bucket
Joe's
of
just
beer.
like,
Can I get help with this keg, dude,
We'll
real
give
quick?
you a bucket of ice.
Yeah,
Joe's like, I'll go in there and get fucking plastered, bro. Fucking Joe.
Yeah, so then like a week later, we wanted pizza, but we didn't feel like making it, right? So we're
you
like,
went back
hey,
to Pizza
yeah,
Joint?
get Pizza Joint. And I was like, oh, this is trash, bro.
Oh,
no,
Hey,
no,
yeah, I mean,
it's not trash.
It's
right?
not the
I
same.
love the Pizza
But
Joint.
yeah,
dude. That
I
shit's
love
good.
the Pizza Joint too.
I love
but it's
joints.
just not. But it just didn't
Right.
do it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, when you get to that point where like you taste like the number one,
You've
had better,
then you know
you
that
know?
everything else is gonna be number two or below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Yeah, but we still love Pizza Joint.
that's what's up. So what's the pizza place going to be called?
New York Pizza Diner.
New York
which
Pizza
is
Diner.
NYPD.
Nice.
NYP.
NYP. Oh.
Bro, you're a creative son of a bitch.
Right?
Hey,
He is.
Dude,
Hey,
he
no
is.
cap.
Hey.
No cap.
No.
Denzel gave him that idea probably.
And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
and then, so you said you were born in July. What date?
16.
Okay, I'm right there behind you, 28th. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But dude, you're a creative fucking guy. That's badass. NYPD, bro. Beautiful. New
Yeah.
York Pizza
Hell yeah,
Diner.
man.
No.
Hell yeah, man. And that's coming to Sundland. When would you project that to be open?
I would say by the end of the year.
Okay, damn, dude, that's
End
like,
of the year?
That's like in 2 days.
It's like in 2 weeks.
Like in
I'm
2
telling you
weeks.
guys are gonna walk in there. You guys are gonna forget you guys are at Sundland Park Mall, man.
Oh yeah.
So, like, what do you think as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, someone that is doing business out of Sundland Park Mall, what do you think that mall needs to kind of like be revitalized?
So it just needs promotion, bro. Like this is a thing too, right? I was just talking.
Some marketing.
Yeah, it just needs promotion. Like people just need to know that mall's
There.
It's still alive.
Yeah.
It's still there. Yeah.
And this is the thing. Like so, my son's girlfriend came into the mall, and I was like, "Hey, where were you at?" And she's like, "Oh, we just went to Sela Vista." And I was like, "Why'd you go to Sela Vista Mall?" She goes, "Oh, I wanted to go to Dillard's, Aeropostale, and Hollister."
You guys all have that
And I
shit,
was like,
right?
"Hey, we have those
Yeah.
3 stores." And she
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, and Victoria's Secrets." And I was like, "Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
we
that
have that
too.
one too, yeah.
So like, and she literally lives
Right
one
there.
block
Right.
from the mall.
Fucking driving 20 minutes to
Yeah.
the fucking east.
30
and
minutes.
And I was
shit.
like, "Why would you do that?" And she's like, "Oh, because I just wanted to get those items from those stores."
Right.
And I was like, "And no one goes to this mall, so you can get all the sizes.
Yeah.
Like they have all the sizes
Yeah.
on it. So
There's no waiting in line either.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy to me. And then like we were talking about it, and I was like, well, what other stores do they have, right? Like they have Old Navy, they have Finish Line, they have Lids, they have FYE, Hot Topic, Zoomies.
Old Navy.
Like, come on, bro. Like that's
It's
Those
a
are-
mall. It's
yeah,
practically,
yeah,
it is a mall.
yeah, it's a mall, and it has like all these other stores like ours, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
retro
yeah.
store,
Right.
and
The CBD shop that's there.
CBD
Yeah,
shop,
fucking
yeah,
amazing.
just like cool shit, you know, like
Hot dog on a stick still around.
yeah, hot dog and sticks,
MVP
yeah.
of hot
They
dogs
got a
and
donut
sticks.
place now. They got a Mexican place.
Damn,
they got
dude.
a Chinese place. They got
Yeah.
a barbecue place.
Fries,
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's-
Electric fried.
There's
Now,
electric
coming
fry.
soon pizza.
So you're saying just so like if they could step up their game,
No,
marketing.
I just think if people were aware,
Right.
like it's a cool mall. You know what I mean? Like just
Because,
go.
I mean,
They
I'm
have
not
an
gonna
indoor,
lie.
They have an indoor volleyball court,
Right.
They do what?
They
Those
do,
shit
yeah,
gets
yeah.
down, dude.
They set it down like right there where the fucking right where like the Zoomies is upstairs and where the fucking below it is the Bath and Body Works. It's
Yeah.
like in the little
No.
common area.
It's on the other side.
It's on the
On the other
opposite side.
side.
It's on the
Okay.
other side.
I haven't been in that mall in fucking years.
Yeah,
Chris hasn't been there since Forever 21.
Yeah, I
was
used to
still
work
open.
at
It's
I used to
there.
work
It's
at
by
Forever
Forever
21.
21.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right by
you know the
Forever.
entrance from
Right.
the mall into Forever
Yes.
21. It's right
It's
there.
right there. Damn, dude, that fucking mall's crazy. But yeah, dude, that's badass. And like it's cool to see like you and other people actually like investing in that mall and like still trying and seeing the value of like, hey, this place, like there is value here. It's in a prime location. Like, you know what I mean?
But I gotta say though too, like it also has to do with the type of store that you're opening, man.
Right.
Like I really like the fact that you opening like retrofit, especially like guys our age or anybody like even younger kids, you know, from us. This whole retro stuff is very popular right now, and I'm telling you guys, a lot of people don't know that you could get all these authentic stuff off of his store over at Retrofit. Not just that, but once you're done shopping for that, go and get yourself a pizza. You know,
Exactly.
and when you're done with that, go get yourself a bubble tea, and then have yourself a nice day.
Yep.
All at Sundland Park Mall.
All at Sundland
There
Park
you
Mall,
go.
man. All at Sundland Park Mall.
Hell yeah,
And
love
you
it.
could probably get an autograph and a picture with somebody that knows Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Mr.
Oh,
Powers.
Who arrested
The
Loki?
number one foreigner in, in South Korea.
So like I was telling you guys earlier about like some people that I've met along the way, right? Like Joe Luan. Joe Lujan. He just did Immortal Wars Resurgent, which is his 3rd or 4th iteration of that.
Damn.
And it's on Amazon Prime right now. And you should check it out because me and Michelle are both in it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Military,
That's
right?
What's up, dude?
Military.
I play Spiral Man, the comic book character.
Oh, that's right.
The local comic book.
Blue guy.
Yeah.
With the mask on and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
so dope.
That's wild. So look here. So how about we do this? We've already been talking for about an hour and 15 minutes. So let's do the 5 random questions to wrap this up.
do it.
I know you only told us you had so much time, but
Yep.
the conversation's been flowing. We didn't even have to take a fucking break.
Yeah, this,
and
I
we're
took
already
like 2
at
breaks.
Misa did.
Yeah, Misa takes breaks every fucking day. That's what he does.
Hey, well, then
But yeah, so we're coming up on an hour and 18 minutes. So real fast, guys, because this podcast will be the last episode to come out before Christmas. We just wanted to say Merry Christmas to the pod.
Yes.
Merry Christmas to everybody that listens to us, everybody who subscribes. Merry Christmas to all you guys' families. Because yeah, we won't have another pod out till the day after Christmas. So Merry Christmas to the pod. Give them a round of applause.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You a big Christmas guy, man?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's good because we have 5 random questions, and they're Christmas edition, Christmas themed. So, Joe, do you know what time it is? Misa, does anyone know what time
What
it
time
is?
is it? Hey, what time is it?
I don't know
Mr.
what
Frank,
time it is.
do you know the time? It's, by chance, do you know what time it is at all?
Is this a trick question?
No, we just want to know what time it is. What time is it, Misa?
Well, whatever, man. It is time for the 5 random questions here at Conversing with Chris and Miso, the podcast, hosted by your boy, Chris Marcus.
All right, guys, we got a very special edition of the 5 random questions because it is the holiday season. These are all going to be Christmas themed-ish, and they're 5 random questions. Mr. Frank, are you ready for this?
Ready.
All right,
Oh.
Joe, are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Joe or Misa, you ready for this? All right, so question number 1, Mr. Frank, and like I said, these are all going to be related to Christmas somehow. What is your all-time favorite Christmas movie and why?
My all-time favorite Christmas movie is Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
What is that?
what?
I've never heard of that.
What? Did you star in that?
Jim Henson.
Jim Henson?
Yeah.
Okay, when did this
If you
come
haven't
out?
seen it, you have to see it. 80s.
Okay.
80s, Joe, write that shit down.
Super
right,
dope.
right now.
Super dope.
So say it one more time.
Emmett Otter is Jug Band Christmas.
Okay, goddamn, I've never heard of that shit at all.
I don't even know how to spell that.
And why do you like what about that movie is like?
It
What
just
draws it to
like
you?
so when I was young, I seen I was all into the Muppets, Jim Henson.
Oh yeah, that's the guy. He's
like all his all
the
his
Muppets.
stuff.
Okay,
and then
cool.
that movie came out during like the Muppet Show period or
Right.
whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like that show, the Muppet Show. And that when that movie came out, then I was like, oh, I have to see this movie. You know, it's puppets or whatever. And he made the movie, and then it has like a really good Christmas feel good story.
Right.
Hey, all right.
Super cool. Super
Hell yeah, it brings the Christmas vibes and shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Christmas spirit.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, question number 2, Mr. Powers, in your house around Christmas time, are we most likely to find a fake Christmas tree or a real Christmas tree?
Fake.
Fake?
Yeah.
You don't like the smell of the real one, the pininess?
I don't.
No, the fucking needles everywhere.
Yeah.
Flammable, bro.
Yeah.
No, we usually do. She likes to have the real
real
Christmas tree.
Right.
We usually do, but then we have really high ceilings, and then we found this really like giant tree, so
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, dude, less maintenance.
My
and
wife's
shit.
like, I
Yeah.
want a real one. I was like, we got them outside, girl.
let's go cut it
Go
down.
decorate that one out there. Well, we got to kill one for that.
All right, question number 3, Mr. Frank. If you were getting into an old-fashioned street fight, and all things considered, you'd have to choose one of these people as your backup. Are you going with fucking Rudolph the reindeer or fucking Frosty the snowman? Sorry, I blanked on the snowman's name. I was like, what's his
Wow.
fucking name?
Going with the reindeer.
The reindeer?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he's got all that pent up
Anger.
animosity
Right.
for all the bullies that bully
Yeah.
him.
That's true, right? You don't
gonna
want to
let
fuck
it
with
out.
that guy.
And he's got the antlers, dude.
That's it.
Dude, I think out of all the reindeer, I would say Blitzen's my favorite, you know?
Whatever. Whatever.
He's cool.
He's all right.
You know what I mean?
You get his ass kicked by Rudolph though. So.
I've eaten a reindeer before.
Dancers super popular on TikTok.
Yeah, they are.
You're also super popular.
Yeah.
on
Yeah, I gotta
TikTok.
say.
definitely
A
is.
little bit.
Almost 100,000 people follow
He's
you.
got almost a million likes, dude.
It's crazy.
Let's peep it. Let's
He's a
peep it real
TikToker,
quick.
dude. That's what's up, dude. That's fucking dope.
That's what happens when you know Denzel Washington, brother.
There it is. There's your TikTok right there. All right, question number 4, guys. What was your favorite or your most memorable Christmas gift that you've ever given and received?
The most memorable that I've ever received is a Spider-Man in 1981.
Like a toy figure Spider-Man?
Yeah, a toy figure
Damn.
Spider-Man, and it had like a hook web, and like you could
You just
extend
hang
it.
him
and you
anywhere?
could hang him, and he would like pull himself up.
Oh,
That's a lit ass toy.
How
right there,
old
dude.
were you? How old were you when that came out?
I was 4 or 5. I think I was
Damn,
5.
dude, imagine having that in your 30s now, dude.
Yeah, I think I was 5.
Damn, dude. What's up? And what about the best, like, most memorable gift you've ever gifted someone?
The most memorable gift I've ever gifted.
You gave your kids life and shit.
So I give my wife some kids.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like we give pretty dope gifts, so
I bet, dude.
He's like, I'm a pretty
Go
good
pick
gift
whatever you
giver.
want from the store.
Right? Shit, I'm down.
I want this Michael Jordan shoes.
oh, I know one. So my son wanted a I don't know if you guys ever heard of Venom Pool.
Like,
It's like a Deadpool Venom.
right.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no shit.
Yeah. And like last year, super recent, right? So last year, they were selling for like $500 online and all sold out. So what I did is I took he has a bunch of those like Avengers figures or whatever, and he had a few Hulks, and he's kind of got that body style. So then what I did is I took like the sculpty clay, you know what I'm talking about,
And built him.
and then I made him.
You made him one.
and it was
Damn, you are
super dope.
creative as
And it was
fuck.
super dope, bro.
Look
Like,
at this.
it was super dope.
Damn, dude,
Damn,
that's what's
that,
up, dude.
that gift has so much meaning.
Right.
Not just because of what it is, but who made it.
Right.
Like, thanks, Dad.
Damn, hey, what can't you do?
Right?
All right,
I
question.
can't swim.
Oh, you can't swim? What?
What?
He's like, I got
I was like, dude, weren't you in the army? Like, they teach you guys how to swim, I'm sure. He's like, I'm not a fan of aquatics. You know what I mean? I stay away from that shit.
That's why I wasn't an Aquaman.
He's like, the closest thing I get to a swimming pool is that water. Is that bottle of water right there? All right, guys. Question number 5, last one. Let's take this back to when you were a young Frank.
Yep.
Would you be able to survive Home Alone 1 if you were Macaulay Culkin? Would you be able to survive, or are you getting like kidnapped by these guys?
I would absolutely survive.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's like, I already know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
I was a little prankster hellraiser.
Oh, damn, I know it. I knew it. And actually, speaking of that, you guys there at your store at Retrofit, you guys have a scene of
from
Home Alone.
exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a
When
great
the dude
movie.
slipped
Yeah.
down the
That's a-
steps.
Yeah, they have this mannequin like slipping off the desk, like stairs, and then
Yeah.
like the
Suspended in
the
the
paint shit that
hands.
comes out. Dude,
Yeah.
that shit's fucking right off the bat. We're walking and actually I got my 5-year-old son into Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
And we took him a couple of days ago, and we're walking, and he's like, "That's Home Alone," and I was all like,
It's a
"Yep,
great movie, man.
This is what you need to do whenever me and your mom go on a date." But actually, I got another question. I want to ask you. Do you have a number one movie that you could fucking?
Yeah.
What is
I
it?
have a number one movie.
What is it?
Legend.
Legend? Is that the one with the dude with the wings, like all crazy, like
They're
on
in
the
the
cover,
diner,
right?
No.
No.
It's with the Big Devil, Tom Cruise and the Big Devil.
Oh shit, fucking Legend. I've
Yeah.
never seen that
Oh,
one.
man, it sounds familiar.
1985.
Super dope. That's the number one devil in a movie ever.
Ever?
Never be topped.
Okay.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. He's not the devil.
Darkness. Tim
But he-
Curry.
Darkness.
Damn.
Yeah.
Tim Curry. Damn.
Yeah.
So that's your number one movie of all time.
Yeah. All time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wow.
We're gonna have to watch that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Legend. Hell yeah.
Legend.
All right, guys, let's get ready to wrap up this podcast here. Mr. Frank Powers, thank you for stopping by, spending some time with us. Real fast, Joe, you got any final words for him today?
It was an awesome episode. So much for giving some of your time. It's cool learning about the movie business, all the people you've met, which I'm really a fan of, except Kristen Bale, I guess.
Oh yeah.
But thank you so much for your time. Thank you guys for having me on. What a good episode. Merry Christmas to all our listeners and followers. You guys, I hope you guys get everything you want.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah,
well
good.
said.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
well said,
God
dude.
damn.
Wow, he's been getting better and better, bro.
You know what?
I'm
We're not
proud
gonna
of
give him. We're not gonna give him coal for Christmas
Yeah,
this
dude,
year.
we're not.
I'm gonna get you an actual gift, candy
Yeah,
cane.
I'm
How
gonna
about
give you a
that?
candy cane.
I'm gonna get a Bud Light
That's
can.
good, yeah.
All right, Misa. Final thoughts today.
Yeah, Mr. Powers. Damn, dude, that sounds good, Mr. Powers. I just want to say, man, thank you very much, bro.
Yeah, for
Such
sure.
a very interesting guy. You have a very interesting story, from the military to your acting career to the movies that you're doing. Just want to wish you luck of everything you do. Your businesses, man. Everybody listening, guys, you guys need to go visit Sundland Park Mall and visit all his stores and
Support
stuff.
local.
Yes, for real. Thank you very much, bro. I hope we could do this again sometime soon. Everybody listening, guys, Merry Christmas. You guys make sure to stay safe and stay fresh.
Mr. Powers, final words today, man.
I enjoyed my time here. Like for podcasts, I would say this is top podcast that I've been on.
Hey.
Let's go. It was a bit aggressive, but let's fucking go. But yeah, man, we like honestly, like we saw the one of the interviews that you had on YouTube, and we really wanted to like bring you in and like kind of break you out of your shell, kind of just get to know you like as a more personable way than as talking just about the movies and everything. So it was really cool to have you here. Thanks again, like I said, for spending time, bringing Michelle by, and we made her some coffee and everything. So hopefully
I
she
made her
likes
some
that.
coffee,
bread.
Chris.
And
I made
that
her
banana
coffee.
bread that I got from my work as a Christmas gift. God damn, that shit is so fucking good.
Who gave you that, dude? Shout out to that
Shout out
person.
Pat, my coworker.
Yes.
That banana bread is a fucking shit. And yeah, so thank you for coming by, man. You have an open invitation whenever you want to come on, promote your business, promote whatever it is that you got going on. You have an open door policy here. And, you know,
that
thanks.
being said, man, go ahead and promote where everybody can find you on social media, your businesses.
Plug your
so-
social medias.
Yeah, so you can just hit up my TikTok at actor Frank Powers.
Lit TikTok.
Hey,
too.
for real.
Yeah.
For real.
I just followed him.
Hell yeah, dude. So, like I said, thank you for being here, man, Mr. Frank.
Yep.
I had a blast doing this, and thank you for spending your time with us, Joe. That chain ain't real, though.
Hey.
It is. That
I'm gonna
chain
bring
is
the, I'm
not
gonna bring
real.
the gold little detective.
And neither is that polo shirt. That's that U.S. polo fake shit that they sell at the outlet. So,
J-Town.
anyways, he's all proud of
He
it.
bought it at Sundland.
Misa, good episode once
Hell
again,
yes,
man.
sir.
Hell yeah, 106 episodes of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast in the books.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Frank Powers, thank you once more. Guys, if you're listening, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Apple Podcasts, leave a rating and a review. With all that being said, guys, we are...
Bitch, I get you tapered like a new fresh haircut. Put it in ignition, now a nigga got his keys stuck. Zanny got amnesia, hoes down, G's up, bitch. Ooh, hit me back with the addy, where you